Hello everyone, this is our first podcast session for this course, and we will talk about remote learning and how to facilitate it in your MENA region, where many schools are not able to provide online learning due to the slow connection. We're going to have 20 minutes of podcast with our guest for today's session, Asma AL Shalabi, and she is an Emirati Academic Supervisor in a national high school in Dubai. And together we will give you some tips of how to keep your classes running effectively during this pandemic. And that our podcast will be called Teachers versus Virus. So Asma, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome, Asma, to our podcast. We thank you for joining us. We know that you have classes running online at this time. Asma, how can you help our teachers today to remote classes in their region where the internet connection is very low and we cannot really count on synchronous sessions or live videos? What are you suggesting for our teachers today?
All instructions are aware that distance learning is not about only uploading files, documents, and PDFs to the students' platform. It is about conducting effective learning that engages the learners to keep them in track and motivated. Throughout this podcast, we will examine remote learning through 5 major categories of distance learning: pedagogy and practices, accessibility, content, tools and resources, and infrastructure and devices.
Remote learning can indeed offer many privileges to the learner and positive impact on their learning, like time shifting, working on their pace, and getting personalized learning. But sometimes something might be lost in this process, which is the engagement of the students and their commitment to learning on a daily basis alone. So we also know that the affordances of technology and the online learning overlap for many reasons with different students in different regions. Our role is to keep all students engaged during this shift of learning and to find a way that gives equal chances to the students to access the same quality learning. So in the pedagogical practices, the instructor needs to show up from time to time during the day through short videos, 3 minutes or less, or voice messages using any video application to show step-by-step work or to encourage students, guide them, and give effective and instant feedback to them. So, Esma, what do you think?
Forums can also be used offline or when the connection is slow. Forums can connect the thinking of the whole class members and create teacher-student discussion and a peer-to-peer discussion as well. They allow the teachers to replay the students' questions, post new questions about the topics, and create group or individual discussion. Forums are the considered formative assessment that can be graded and receive informative feedback from the instructor. Online distance learning and distance learning can also create an isolated environment for both students and teachers. To keep on track with group work, teachers can share their tools, tips, and resources that work for all students of the school and encourage the tools that are more effective for the region.
Yes, that's right, Esma. Videos are also very useful tools to build active learning for all grades, and to be able to record quality learning videos, it is better to allocate one teacher per subject to make a quality video for each grade level and to share the video on YouTube. This method will give accessibility to all students of the same grade level for only one video and save time for the teachers and the students. So the content of the video should have a limited time according to the age of student. 3 to 6 minutes for primary students and 6 to 8 minutes for higher grades. The content must have indications of resources too, references, for example, and accompanying worksheets to be solved accordingly. So the instructor can form groups of students to work together and schedule the submission after 1 week of work to help those with a slow internet connection to work whenever the connection is available. What do you think, Asma? Is there other solutions for that?
To keep students engaged while writing their assignments, it is always good to enhance their learning by encouraging them to create artifacts, slides, videos, blogs, podcasts, or visual contents for their work. To do so, teachers must make sure that the tools selected are useful for each student. That is why it is better to ask them to choose how they prefer to conduct their assignment. They will choose according to their accessibility to the internet and the devices they have. For accessibility, there are some general strategies to ensure accessibility for the students. It is important to use heading styles to allow screen software to navigate from section to section and to show the titles and the view interface. Try to reduce the images with high resolution to allow the students with slow connection to identify and visualize your images, and to try not to build a whole activity on the image graph or charts.
That's true, Asma. And if you choose videos in your lesson, try to find also those with transcriptions to allow students with a slow connection to access the information by reading, even if they cannot watch the whole video. You can also insert descriptive links by choosing the words carefully to help students allocate the right information when they navigate and make it easier for them to predict the content. Now, all contents posted by the instructors must be aligned to the learning outcome of the students and the program, but the way teacher will post the content will be based on a daily basis skill, what they need to learn today and how to link their learning to the previous information they already know. This is important, Asma, as teachers are not here, are not very present to explain what is important to learn. So one skill per day is enough for the students to avoid disengagement and keep them on the track. Also, I believe that the IT staff must also cooperate at this level. It is about students cyber safety. It is to check all the links before they go to the students course dashboard and to explore the content carefully, because some links will try to breach the privacy of the students or to collect data and information that the website can ask from the students. It is also important to allocate an e-library for the school students where they can have free access with the classroom code to track students' work and reading activities. If the slow connection is not really helping with the distance learning in the area of the school, the teacher must give resources and PDFs or CDs, copies from the textbooks to ensure that all students have accessed the information and the content.
That is absolutely true, Awatas. We need to understand also that collaboration should be provided even when the means are not helping us to get the right solution. Students like to share and collaborate sometimes because they need help and scaffolding, and sometimes they just want someone to encourage them on their tasks. So remote teachers can keep collaboration to be installed by posting group projects to keep that connection and give them the free choice to find how they can collaborate. Is it online? Is it by emails, through WhatsApp, or any other solution that they can find useful for them? Let them create contents with their choice of the multimedia they prefer. It will keep them engaged, and they will feel in control of their learning. Now, if you think that using an LMS would help, choose one with few design features so that it can open easily. Choose the LMS where you upload all your content and that works with all the applications that the schools is already using to avoid frustration and time consuming for both teachers and students. At the end, I would like to say that this situation is going to leverage our knowledge of this distance learning. So ask your students to show your whatever solution they think it is good for their learning sometimes. You will be surprised with the amount of tools and apps they know, as they are with the web generation, and they can support you in such things better than your own boss. Stay safe and have a good day.
Thank you, Esma, of your valuable intervention and all of the solutions that we will develop in details in our next podcast session and get examples and from the real world problems from teachers in the region. Stay safe, all of you, and see you next week. You were listening to Esma and Awatif in Teachers versus Virus podcast. Thank you so much.